procedures and policies, collaborating closely with outpatient providers to coordinate treatment plans and remain updated on claims progress at all times. These are the functions or what social worker do, and this is where we stopped last week. So let's pick it from essential skills and traits for social workers. Essential skills, we've talked about that. Essential skills and traits for social workers, having at the back of our mind that the title of this course is Knowledge, Understanding, and Skills in Social Work. Social work is a dynamic and demanding profession that requires a variety of skills and qualities. Whether these skills are innate or acquired, success in the field requires social workers to continually develop them throughout their career. While this list is not exhaustive, the following skills are vital for all social workers. They are vital for all social workers. Characteristics and skills of successful social workers: empathy, communication, organization, critical thinking, active listening, self-care, cultural competence, patience, passion, professional commitment, advocacy. So let's quickly look at the 10. Like I said, we've looked at them before, but we can still look at them as a form of internalizing them, knowing fully well that it is not all of us in this class, started or are social workers or have any qualification, prior qualification in social work. So it is not out of place if you keep beating the drum, at least for all these skills to remain in us, to register in us. So like I said to us, we have about 10 of them that we have mentioned, and we are going to look at them right now. There are 10. So the first one there is empathy. Empathy is different from sympathy. Empathy is different from sympathy. According to Max Weber, there is a word which he coined in German, which is Verstehen. And it means that putting yourself in the position of other people in order to understand why they are behaving the way they are behaving. You can't condemn somebody who is behaving maybe because the person has lost a dear person to him or her. You can only empathize with the person until when you experience that and you don't behave even worse. So that is the essence of empathy. Just put yourself in the position of the person. Somebody who has just lost his job and the person is becoming cold. Don't blame him. Put yourself in his position, then you understand why he's behaving that way. He has so much bills to pay. He has so many people who are looking up to him, and suddenly he just lost his job or her job. You get it? So when you say empathy, is the ability to identify with and understand another person's experience and point of view. National Association of Social Workers defines it as the act of perceiving, understanding, experiencing, and responding to the emotional state and ideas of another person. You just put yourself to the point of understanding, perceiving, experiencing, and responding to the emotional state. That is why, as a social worker, somebody is in your office, a client is in your office, and during the course of narrating his ordeal or his case to you or case to you, the person is crying. You don't tell the person to stop crying, because cry is a therapy. As the person is releasing the tears, is releasing tension. You get it? Telling the person, hey, you should stop crying here. We are not doing your work. Because as the person is crying, he's releasing tension. And he's gradually getting the pain off himself or herself. Stepping into someone else's shoes. That is a layman explanation. Stepping into someone else's shoes and recognizing that experiences, perceptions, and worldviews are unique to each individual. This enables social workers to better understand and build a stronger relationship with clients. The moment you come to know that experience, perceptions, and worldview are unique to individuals, this will enable you as a social worker to better understand and build strong relationship with your clients. You know, there's something we talk about in social work. You talk about the strength of your clients. Whatever you are doing should be built on the strength of your clients. Don't say that somebody, you had a client the last time, the same thing that happened to you happened to him. He did not do this, you know, the way you just mess yourself up here, you are rolling on the floor. You must work on the strength of your client. The emotional strength, you should know, you should understand. So you need to recognize that experiences, perceptions, and worldviews are unique to each individual. And this will enable you as a social worker to better understand and build stronger relationship with your clients. It is a vital skill that helps social workers to determine a client's needs based on his or her unique experience in order to efficiently provide service or services. This is according to Baker RL 2003 in his work, The Social Work Dictionary. Then the next thing we look at is communication. You know, you communicate in a clear term without ambiguity. Communication, both verbal and non-verbal, is a vital skill for social workers. Communication, both verbal and non-verbal, is a vital skill for social workers. The ability to communicate clearly with a wide range of people is essential, irrespective of the qualification of the person, irrespective of the status of the person, either socioeconomic status or whatever. You should be able to condescend to the level of anybody you are relating with. If the person is an illiterate, you must know how to come down to relate with the person. Don't stay high up there and think that you will communicate. Don't stay high up there and think that you provide any solution to the problem of the person. It is not time for you to begin to speak zim, 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 and all your logics. No, leave that one. Just go to the point and be as simple as, as possible. Because you are not there to speak grammar, you are there to provide solution to problems. I don't know if I'm communicating. So both verbal and non-verbal communication are vital, or communication is a vital skill for social workers. The ability to communicate clearly with a wide range of people is essential. It is the duty of social workers to advocate for their clients. In order to do this, social workers must understand the client's needs In addition to being cognizant of body language and other non-verbal cues, this means communicating appropriately and effectively, not that you speak, and nothing could be picked from it. Like that man that was in the House of Rep then from, I think, from Benin or Edo State. That man would just be saying, at least many of you know that man. Fine to himself, he understood what he was saying. Maybe he was playing on words, what we call puns. But he was not communicating. He was not communicating. As long as your listeners could not pick what you are saying, communication is two-way. Communication is two ways. You give the information. It passes through the channel. It will be processed. Then you receive it. And the person, respond back to you. So if the person you are communicating with cannot process what you are saying, you have not communicated. You have not said anything. So in order to help your clients, you must condescend to their level. And you must communicate clearly enough for them to know what you are saying and for them to know the next step of action to take. In addition to being cognizant of body language and other non-verbal cues, this means communicating appropriately and effectively with clients regardless of cultural background, age, gender, literacy skill level, or disability. Social workers must also communicate with care providers, colleagues, and agencies, and must document and report information in a clear manner. The next one is organization. Social workers have busy schedule and a wide range of responsibilities in addition to managing and supporting multiple clients, including documentation, reports, billing, and collaboration. This requires social workers to be very organized and able to prioritize clients' needs in order to effectively manage cases. Disorganization and poor time management could cause a social worker to overlook a client's needs and result in negative outcomes. We must be organized. Keep your files very well. Keep your files, keep your dates, keep your schedule. Always go through your organizer, or what we call what's it called now? The diary, to know when you are having an appointment. Don't say, I'm sorry, I forgot I was to meet with you yesterday. No, you have caused that client a lot. So keep your organizer or your diary, and always know as you are leaving house in the morning, go through your diary and know when you have time appointment with your clients. The next one is critical thinking. Critical thinking. Critical thinking is the ability to analyze information gathered from unbiased observation without anything attached. So critical thinking is the ability to analyze information gathered from unbiased observation and communication. Social workers must be able to objectively evaluate each case by collecting information through observation, interviews, and research. You may need to dig deep by doing background check to a particular case you are handling for you to really know the truth of the matter. Thinking critically and without prejudice enables social workers to make informed decisions, identify the best resources, and formulate the best plan to help clients. The next one is active listening. Many people are void of these vital skills. They are void of it. and it is very, very germane in this profession. Listening skill, active listening. Active listening is necessary for social workers to understand and identify a client's needs, listening carefully, concentrating, asking the right question through interjection. Do you mean? Does that mean that did not happen? Okay, you can proceed. So you ask in order to also put down your own notes as your client was speaking or your client is speaking. And utilizing techniques such as paraphrasing and summarizing also help social workers to engage and establish trust with clients. The sixth one is self-care. And I always say it, that you have a message and you have a us. If you refuse to take care of that us will die. The message will be given to somebody else. Yes, you are in a message, you are in a profession that is out to help others. But in the process of helping others, do not neglect yourself. It is because you are alive. That is why the assignment was given to you. If you are gone, that assignment will be given to somebody else. In fact, they will say, so this person knows this work better than that person. And we never knew. But nobody said that while you are there. So it is very, very important as social workers, whenever we need to take time out to rest, whenever we need time to, we must know when to say no. That is the point I'm making. Maybe you are overwhelmed with work in office and you just have to say, please, I think we will continue tomorrow. You must know when to say that. Social work can be demanding and emotionally stressful. So it is important to engage in activities that help you to maintain a healthy work-life balance. You will balance your work with your life. Your work must not break you down. That's the point. So you must know to maintain a healthy work-life balance. You balance the two, your work, your life. Self-care refers to practices that help to reduce stress and improve health and well-being. Engaging in these practices help to prevent burnout and compassion fatigue. What do you mean by compassion fatigue? You are showing compassion at the detriment of yourself. Compassion fatigue, and is crucial to having a sustainable career. If you want to have a sustainable career, you must take care of yourself. It is very, very important. By taking the time out, by taking the time to care for themselves, social workers are better able to provide the best services for their clients. That is just true. You must know how to take time out to care for yourself. And by so doing, you come back the following day refreshed, as if you have not done anything. That is just it. Another thing there, number 7, is cultural competence. Before I continue, at least we've talked about 6. Is there anyone that we need clarity? Is there anyone that we do understand? So I can quickly go back to it. Is there anyone? Out of the previous?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, which one is that? Which one is?
Critical thinking, sir. Maybe you can explain more on that, sir.
All information you are receiving from your clients, you must know how. You don't just act based on what you hear. With your experience and the skills you've acquired, you should be able to ponder on what your client is saying. And also by asking questions. If you look at it, with a critical thinking is the ability to analyze information. When you are doing analysis, the information you have received, you analyze it. She said this, and she also said this. Is there any agreement between this? She said this and that. And are you getting my point? It is your own critical thinking. At times, it is after you got home, you now begin to go over your file. I begin to look at what was said. You are not putting 1 and 2 together and 3 and 4 together. That is, you are doing critical thinking. You analyze information gathered from unbiased observation. It could be as a result of observation. Even while the client was talking, you observe. That's why we talk about communication, both verbal and non-verbal. So unbiased observation and communication. You do your analysis. Social workers must be able to objectively, when you say something is objective, you are not attaching anything to it. That's why I can tell you, please be objective. Meaning that don't take side. Be objective now. Yes, I know A is your friend, but I want you to be objective. Just say it the way it is. You get it? So social workers must be able to objectively evaluate each case by collecting information through observation, interview, and research. That's why I said you may need to dig deep to do background check. That is part of your thinking, because what your client said is not clear to you and he or she is not ready to give you detail. We can do background check. Because when you thought of it, your critical thinking, there is something that is fishy there. I don't know if I've been able to answer your question, sir. I'm saying thinking critically and without prejudice enable social workers to make informed decisions, identify the best resources, and formulate the best plans to help clients. I don't know if I've been able to answer your question, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Sir.
You're welcome.
Welcome, sir.
Yeah. Is anybody saying anything again, or I can continue?
Continue, sir. It's clearer now.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Okay, we go straight to number 7, which is cultural competence. Working effectively with clients from diverse backgrounds requires social workers to be respectful and responsive to cultural beliefs and practices. We are not rude. That doesn't mean that you should not maintain your ethical principles. Some might take your ethical principles for being rude, but yourself, you will know when you are becoming rude, and you will know when you are standing on your ethical principles, when you are working based on your ethical principles. You get it? Social workers are not rude, and we don't, insult people. Working effectively with clients from diverse backgrounds, we said it, irrespective of the background of the person. Don't say all these Igbo people said, all this in that. Already, you are not going to have a successful sections with that client, because already you have tribal sentiment. You have tribal, how will I put it now? Yeah, let me put it sentiment. You are tribalistic already, and there's nothing that person will say. You still be seeing the person from the angle of his or her tribe. You get it? So here, working effectively with clients from diverse backgrounds requires social workers to be respectful and responsive to cultural beliefs and practices. Social workers must be knowledgeable and respectful of their client's cultural background and must, as stated by National Association of Social Workers, examine their own cultural background and identities while seeking out the necessary knowledge, skills, and values that can enhance the delivery of services to people with varying cultural experiences associated with their race, ethnicity, gender, class, sexual orientation, religion, age, and disability. You know, you are a social worker and you find yourself tomorrow in UK, or you find yourself tomorrow in America, and your client happen to be a gay, now begin to condemn you. Do you know why you are? I think you are going to complete the rest of your practice in jail. So you must be ready to work with people with different background. Fine, a gay cannot come to you in Nigeria because gay is not permitted in Nigeria. Or you should understand the terrain in which you find yourself. If by tomorrow you too jackpot like other people and you find yourself in UK and you are still practicing this your profession and your client happen to be a homosexual, either lesbian or a gay or transgender, just give your service. And if there's any issue that you think your cultural background might be affecting your services, you could as well do a transfer to another client. By the time you are fixing another appointment with the client, you could as well give the file to a colleague who can do that, and the colleague will have gone through the notes, the file, and continue from where you stopped. Instead of you to come up openly and say, you gay, you lesbian, why you are causing trouble. So talking about people with different cultural background, people with different sexual orientation, people with different religion, age, or disability. Possessing a non-judgmental attitude, that is just the word. Possessing a non-judgmental attitude and an appreciation for diversity and the values of individual differences enable social workers to provide clients with what they need. So you need to be abreast with different cultural group. You need to just have understanding. If anywhere you are going to and you want to practice, try to know at least the fundamental of that area you are going to. Try to have the fundamental understanding, skills of that people, of their culture. That will help you a great deal. The next one there is patience. Social workers encounter an array of circumstances and individuals in their work. It is important to have patience to work through complex cases and with clients who need longer period of time to make progress. This empowers social workers to understand the client's situation and avoid hasty decision making and frustration that can lead to costly errors and poor outcome for the client. The next one there is professional commitment. Being successful in social work requires lifelong learning. The only thing that continues is socialization, and that is learning till one dies. Being successful in social work requires lifelong learning. Social workers must have a professional commitment to social work values and ethics, and to continuously developing professional competence. This commitment is necessary for fulfilling the mission of social workers, that is, to enhance human well-being and help meet the basic human needs of all people, with particular attention to the needs and empowerment of people who are vulnerable, oppressed, and living in poverty. You know, so with this, you need to always update yourself in order to be able to carry out this mission of social workers. These missions of social workers. This can be at the micro level.
I can't hear anything. Can anyone else hear?
It's like his network. It's like network has logged out.
It's like his network, I think.
I can't hear it too.
He's coming back now.
Okay.
It's really taking long. So
Network doesn't have a specific time to. That's it.
Hello.
Hello, sir.
welcome back, sir.
I was locked out, so I didn't know. Please, when was I locked out then?
Okay, this can be at the micro level or macro.
Professional
That's
commitment, under
advocacy
professional
now.
commitment.
That's advocacy.
Professional, yeah, under professional commitment.
Is that? Okay. Okay, let me go back to that. I thought it was under professional commitment. We said be successful in social work requires lifelong learning. Social workers must have a professional commitment to social work values and ethics and to continuously developing professional competence. This commitment is necessary for fulfilling the mission of social workers. And what is that mission? To enhance human well-being and help meet the basic human needs of all people, with particular attention to the needs and empowerment of people who are vulnerable, oppressed and living in poverty. So you need to develop yourself all the time by attending workshops, conferences, meeting, exchanging notes with colleagues. That is how to develop yourself in this profession. And like I said, that you may be doing this even at the micro level. You may be attending to all these needs at the micro level, at the individual level. You may be doing this at the meso level, which may be you are invited to an organization, a smaller group of people, but it is not an individual. And this could be even at the macro level. Although when you get to this macro level, it is to bring about a change even in the policy, something that will affect the generality of the people. So for this reason, it is important that as social workers, we are committed to our professional advancement, that professional commitment. And the last one there is advocacy. Advocacy. Like I was saying, I didn't know that I was already off the class, logged out of the class. I was saying that advocacy is you becoming a voice to the voiceless. A voice to the voiceless. And I said you can advocate for, you can as well advocate against. You can advocate for something that needs to be done, to be put in place. Then you can advocate against something that needs to be abolished. You can advocate against a practice in your community that is not worthwhile. So you can advocate against such, and such can be abolished. We all remember how the killing of twins was stopped in Calabar by a missionary. What she did then, I think that was Mary Slessor, what she did then was an advocacy against killing of twins, though it was done in a religious way because she was a missionary. But she advocated against a practice. She advocated a practice against a practice. And if it is something that needs to be put in place, you can advocate even in your organization. Maybe you find yourself in an organization, you can advocate for something to be put in place. You can, something that will be of benefit to everyone. You can advocate for that. So we say social workers promote social justice and empower clients and communities through advocacy. Advocacy skills enable social workers to represent and argue for their clients. You argue for, that is advocating for their clients and to connect them to needed resources and opportunities, especially when clients are vulnerable or unable to advocate for themselves when they don't have voice. So we move to the next, which is what is social work theory. Remember, this course is knowledge, understanding, and skills. And these are the things we need. We are talking about things that we need to be successful. And one of them is also to know the theories of social work. To me, theories are just like what gives strength to your argument. Theory are just like what gives strength to your argument. Just view a lawyer in the law court, and he was giving his argument. He was making his argument. The moment the lawyer says, according to subsection this and that of 19 that judge cannot deny that argument that man is putting forward. The judge will not fault it, that argument, that case that man is citing. Same thing you are doing with your theory, that according to Emily Duncan, when he was talking about issues of social
justice.
What's it called now? Now in sociology now, Emily Duncan is seen as the father of functionalism.
Yes.
And he sees social harmony in the society. Okay, they see consensus in the society. Seeing all the institutions in the society working together. A society, according to Emily Duncan, is seen as a social system. A country is a social system. A community is a social system, which is made up of the family, institution, political institution, economic institution, cultural institution. Now, some people, some literatures will divide that cultural institution into three. But if you make it four, that will give you family as an institution, political institution, economic institution, and cultural institution. Another cultural institution, you have what we call the religion, you have education, then you have mass media. Everything under this cultural institution are medium of learning, of giving information to us. So to them, they believe that there is always harmony among all these institutions that are made up the social system. So they are saying, according to Emily Duncan, there is harmony. Sorry, according to Emily Duncan, when he was giving his argument on social institution, that is, he believed there is consensus. And somebody is saying, no, if you look at this consensus we are talking about, it is achieved as a result of what we call repressive RSA, repressive apparatus, repressive social state apparatus, yes, RSA. That the consensus you are seeing, that's that from the angle of conflict theory of Karl Marx. I'm bringing two theories together now. One is saying there is consensus in the society. That's according to Emily Duncan, according to Tucker Passing. They are telling you there is consensus in the society. And somebody else is arguing, no, the consensus you are seeing is a false consensus. Because the people, if you look at what Karl Marx says, please mute your mic, please. Please mute your mic. Thank you. According to Karl Marx, he believes that the society is divided into two. There is, apart from the proletariat and the proletariat and the bourgeoisie, he believes there is what we call the economic base. It is the economic base that is sustaining what we call the superstructures. The superstructure is every other thing in the society, while the economic base is the economy that is sustaining the superstructure. And that is the truth. It is the economy that is sustaining the nation. And he believes that those who are determining what goes on in the economy, they are the same people determining what is going on in the superstructure. And these people, they are giving false notion that everything is going on well. And they are the same set of people that are robbing the proletariat of their wealth. So if you look at it, I'm making an argument from the conflict point of view, and somebody else is making his argument from the consensus point of view. So if you put forward this argument with these theories, you are giving strength to your argument, and that is what theory, does in our write-up or in our work. Social work theory refers to various systems created to help understand and explain human behavior. You can bring learning theory. Maybe you see the way a child is behaving and blah, 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 in order to give strength to your argument. Result of the environment in which this child found himself. And you just bring in, according to learning theory, that children tend to learn from those people who they see. You have given argument, you have given a strength to your argument with that learning theory. I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say. Hello? Hello, are we together?
We are with you, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, sir.
So, like I said, as social work theory refers to various systems created to help understand and explain human behavior. They were developed over time, incorporating knowledge from professionals within a variety of disciplines, including psychology and sociology, meaning that social work borrows theories from these two fields and other fields too. At least psychology and sociology. Additional contribution to social work theories and models come from other fields such as psychoanalysis, economics, and philosophy. Social work theories provide social workers with unified methods for understanding and describing the motivation, impulses, personalities, and forces that affect how a person behaves. It gives us unified methods. If I say according to social learning theory, anybody that is explaining social learning theory will explain it the same way. Why? It has given us a unified method for understanding and describing the motivations, impulses, personalities, and forces that affect how a person behaves. So with the theory, all of us will be speaking with one voice. If I say social learning theory, all of us will know we are saying the same thing. If I say conflict theory, all of us are saying the same thing. If I say consensus theories, all of us are saying the same thing. And with that, it has, given us a unified method for understanding and describing motivations. The theories are based on research, not that somebody just sat somewhere and said, okay, this is a theory. They are born out of research, the result tested over time. So theories are born or based on research and observations and are supported by scientific evidence. By applying social work theories and perspectives to their work, social work professionals may help clients overcome challenges and improve the quality of their lives. Why is theory important in social work? Why is theory important in social work? Social work theories help social workers analyze cases, understand claims, create interventions, predict interventions, results, and evaluate outcomes. While the theories are constantly evolving as new evidence is produced, that tells you that a theory can be fought today. You can fight a theory today, no matter how long that theory has been in existence. That's why some theories are being regarded as zombie theories, that they no longer hold any value. They refer to them as zombies are theories. So, like we said, theories keep evolving as long as we have new evidences, and that is what led us to what we refer to as thesis, antithesis, and synthesis. I may not go deep into that. You have thesis, that is the existing theory. By the time somebody else discover a lacuna in that existing theory, it's going to create what we call antithesis. It's going to create what we call antithesis. That is, a lacuna has been found, a gap, a fault has been found in the existing theory. And the person is going to come up with what we call synthesis, which is a new theory. And that new theory also become another theory. You get it? And now, if somebody else also discover a lacuna in that new theory, the person is creating what we call antithesis. And the person is going to come up with what we call synthesis, a new theory. That is how we have developed many theories over the years, and we are where we are today. And many people are still working on bringing up another theory or theories that we, support what we are doing in this field of social work. So social work theories help social workers analyze cases, understand clients, create interventions, predict interventions results, and evaluate outcomes. While the theories are constantly evolving as new evidence is produced, referencing social work theories that have been used over time enable social workers to explore causes of behavior and identify potential solutions.
Sir, we missed you. We lost you at one point, as in
In
the
Jesus' name, I
network.
will not lose you. You will not lose me, Jare. Okay,
Sorry,
talk
sir.
again now.
Yeah, the
Uh-huh.
network. Sir.
Okay, where was that?
When you were trying to explain that the social work theories help the social worker to understand cases, analyze, that is where we.
That is just the first paragraph of why is theory important in social work, I guess. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm still there. I've not gone to applying social work theories in practice. Maybe I'm going to stop here. Why is theory important in social work? And I'm scared. I think you still have 2 more classes, Abi? Hello?
1 more class, sir.
After today, the only class we have is next week.
Yes, sir.
Jesus is Lord. Okay, making I read the material within a hand. Okay, let me just go with this. Social work theories help social workers analyze cases, understand claims, create interventions, predict interventions results, and evaluate outcomes. While the theories are constantly evolving, changing, as new evidence is produced, referencing social work theories that have been used over time enables social workers to explore causes of behavior and identify potential solutions. A crucial objective of learning social work theories is to train and encourage social workers to set aside personal assumption. That is one thing theory is doing everywhere. By the time you pick up a theory, you have dropped your own personal assumption. It is the theory that is operational, because that theory has been tested over time until when your own personal idea or assumption has been tested and found, useful. What is operational is those theories that have been tested. So when you begin to use theories, you drop aside your personal assumption and beliefs when engaging in social work practice. Social workers should use evidence-based theories to investigate issues and drive their decision making. So I think we can stop here. This is 2:04, and I don't know if I can tell the ICT man to give us 2 hours next week, or better still, you start your class by 9 to 10. The second class is 10 to 11. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
Hello. So maybe we
Yes,
pick
sir.
from 11 to 1. Is that possible?
It's possible, sir. Others
So
can
just
as well
thinking,
talk.
you said
It's
what?
possible.
It's
possible,
others can
sir.
respond. It's possible, sir.
Okay, thank you. So just speak from next week 11 to 1 instead of saying 12 to 2 again. Just 11 to 1. So we stop when we're supposed to stop. I will communicate that to the ICT. So by the time they are scheduling our class, it will be from 11 to 1. Thank you very much. I really appreciate you for your understanding.
And you too, sir. We are grateful having you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank
You're
you,
welcome.
sir.
Thank
Yes,
you.
sir.
Thank you so
Yes,
much.
sir.
Thank you.
Always enjoy your class.
Thank you so much. Thank you.